Inspiring messages.
Months into the pregnancy, I had just felt this lump in the right.
Making a difference.
Say Anne-Marie, when the right season comes.
It's life, health, family, marriage, divorce, and so much more.
Today is separation in marriage. On set is my dear friend Gemma.
Heart of a Woman, every Tuesday at 9 p.m. right here on TIN.
Victim of satanic attack since we had a very good life.
Heart of a Woman.
From my heart to yours. Bye-bye.
Okay guys, so we're back. Heart of a Woman, Z always smiling. Yes, Z, let's jump right back into it.
Right, so we were just, when we went on the break, I was just about to share when things started to escalate. And so I was in Trinidad and I was taking the children to the zoo while Jay was at the tournament. They're saying, oh, it's boring because they were young. So I said, let me take them to the zoo. And while going to the zoo, I felt that I wanted to urinate. There was nowhere to go, no place to go. And I told you, I had to end up finding a cup that I had there and I had to go. I mean, it's probably embarrassing. But
It's real.
And I had to use that in the back because thank God I had that kind of vehicle and I had to go and I said, my gosh, in the car park.
When you got to go, you got to go.
But it started like that. It was just coming. And then while driving back, I realized that I was having the urge. And what was happening is I began to nasty myself because this is now, it's blood that is coming out. It's not urine, it's blood. And so from the time you feel, sometimes you feel an urge to urinate and then you can't keep it in. No, from the time I feel that stuff, it was just a gush of blood coming. Wow. And so I had to change, clothes. And I said to my husband, I went back and I said, I cannot stay in this tournament. I need to get home because this is what is happening. And so I went and I bought the biggest bottle of cranberry juice and I'm drinking it, I'm drinking water. And the thing is not changing, the color is not changing, nothing is happening. And I'm just there and wondering, okay, when would it change? And in the midst of it, this is now the Saturday, I got a call that a friend of mine, whom I knew for so long, living in North America, went to the doctor on that Friday and died on the Saturday because she had cancer.
Oh, Lord.
And she did not know, and she died, leaving her 2 young boys and the husband. I now got that news, and I didn't know I had cancer, right?
But so when you were going through that, what were your thoughts? I mean, I'm sure you would have been up in the night, were you?
I was up just going
thinking, I wonder what this is.
No, but my thought was, okay, it would clear up,
Right.
But I was just saying, when would it clear up? I just wanted to clear up because you say, drink the water, cranberry. So I'm just drinking it because you're just saying, okay, it would clear up. And every minute you're looking to see that it cleared. I had to buy sanitary napkins to use, but then that didn't work because it was just gushes.
Wow.
And so, it's time to go back to Tobago. One of the most embarrassing thing, and I don't mind sharing it because this is my story, is that this is a Saturday, I remember going to IAM to get something. This is a store in Trinidad. And as I walk in, the thing, you felt it, and I say it's coming. So I decided to run outside to go to the bathroom. And while I'm getting to the bathroom, it was locked because somebody was in there. And I'm hanging and nobody could open. And, as I said, it's not something you could control. It just came down, gosh.
Wow.
And I stood there and I did not even know what to do. It was just me alone there because my husband went to another store to come back. And I'm there and I'm saying, oh, what to do. So you know what I just said? Because it's blood, I just said, to one of the person, my period came. Wow. That's the only excuse I gave.
Yes, because how could you explain that?
And when they look and they saw, they took a garbage bag and they tore it and they tied me up with the garbage bag because it's so embarrassing. And I said, I can't walk back into the store. I can't do anything. And they felt so ashamed. And so they opened some back gate and let my husband come around with the vehicle so that I could go in. And I said, I can't do anything else, just take me home. And I had to go home and change. And so the Monday, I said, you know what, I'm going to get a second opinion about this thing in Trinidad before I go back, because this is not making sense.
Exactly.
And so I went to a private hospital to find out. I went into the accident and emergency. I carried the blood result that I had from Tobago, and I said, listen, this thing is happening to me, and you're saying it's not blood. I need to know what is happening. And so they said, you know, give us a sample. Well, by that time, my husband is there with me, and I said, take out a picture. I'm posing because, you know,
you could pose at that time.
Yeah, I'm in the hospital gong, so I said, take out a picture. I don't know what would happen, you know, you always need to take out these pictures. And so I'm doing this. And, you know, we're talking and smiling, and the doctor came. And then he said, go to take the sample. I'm going to take the sample. That was the most pain that I've ever had. I started to feel pain, and I started to bawl because it's like everything inside my stomach was wrenching. And it's like I can't, it was very painful. Stomach, down the, you know, it was painful just to give a sample. And I called out to my husband. I said, come back. I said, come. You know, because I'm gasping. I don't know what's happening. And eventually I was able to get a sample. And he had to now hold me to walk back, because it's like everything just seems, it's like I can't move. And now they took the sample and they let me lie down. And then the doctor came and he said, you need to go and do another test. And he said, you know, this is a scan. And so I went to do the scan, and the lady's like, you need to drink all of this. And I said, if I drink it, and she said, hold it in for, I said, I can't do that. She said, you heard what I said, you know, in this tone. And I'm trying to explain. She said, listen, if you don't drink it, we can't get it through. So drink it. She gave me, and by the time I lie on the bed, I said, ma'am, I need to get up. She said, I said, I need to get up, it's coming out. She said, okay, get up, go. I went. It's just like, psh.
Wow. Before you got to the washroom?
No, because they had a washroom right there. And everything just gushed. And she said, okay, you need to try to drink some more. And see me there. And she said, okay, I'm going to try to work this quickly. So I'm drinking there. And she said, I said, it's coming. And she said, just be quiet, be still. And she tried to do quickly. And as soon as I tell you, I just got up and I rushed to the thing. And then waited, and they said, there seems to be a tumor, but you need to see the urologist. And I said, okay, all right. I don't know what is happening. To me, a tumor is probably just a growth. That is what I think is just a growth. I'm not thinking cancer. It's just a growth that is there. So, you know, we made arrangement. My children, my Jaysha is going back to Tobago.
Yes.
My husband had to go and give her the key. He said, okay, you're going to stay by your auntie. This is the key. Get home. Whatever. We'll come tomorrow. We went to try to change tickets. We had a vehicle. Now the following day I went to the urologist, and he was like, oh, whatever, and he's talking and he's drawing all these pictures, and he's saying, you know, the tumor and whatever, and you have to do surgery right away. It would cost you $85,000, but right now your blood count is so low, it's at about 7, and now it will be low because you've lost so much blood within this week. You know, go back to Tobago, get some blood, and then we'll do the surgery. And he gave me all these letters and all these documents and everything. You know, as soon as we came out of the hospital, my husband is like, I'm sitting on the phone. I said, who are you speaking to? Because I went in the vehicle and I sat. And he said, I just call all the pastors and tell them to begin to pray because you have cancer. I said, who tell you I have cancer? I said, the man
so you didn't think about that
No,
at all?
that was not my thought. I said, the man just said a tumor. Where you get this cancer thing from? He's like, you weren't listening. I said, no, it's a tumor. He said, it's a surgery. Because for me then, thinking of cancer, and I have to tell you, I did not pay much thought to it. I just thought it's a growth that would kill you, whatever. He said a tumor that needs to be taken out. To me, it's just something.
It's just something to, yeah.
And he said, no, I called on the forces and I tell people begin to pray because you are very tired. That was it. Got back to Tobago. This is a Tuesday now. I'm going back on the boat. And as soon as the vehicle is parked, I could not walk from the bottom of the boat to the top of the stairs. He had to lift me up.
Wow.
Because my head felt like everything is bursting and it was spinning. I had to lie on the floor in the boat because this time I could not move. I drank nothing, I ate nothing because I don't want to be getting up.
Yes.
I got back home and I just went straight to my bed and everything else to get to the hospital the morning. And I just packed a bag, you know, just to go and to walk with the letter and everything. And I went to the hospital and I was there and they took the letter and everything in Tobago. And when they look at it, they said, you need to be hospitalized, you know, from whatever. And that was the Wednesday. The Wednesday I was back. So, I mean, this is within a week now. And while I was back, they put me on the ward. And they brought, they said they need to give me the blood. People came, like, real people came to give, I mean, plenty people came. And the nurse came to see who was this person that so many people come to give blood. Because usually, they find it hard to get have people coming. And they have more than 25 persons coming, and it's lining. So the nurse came to see who was this person that, and so then they were able to give me the blood, one blood transfusion. But they gave me, and it came right back out.
Wow.
And then the Thursday, they were supposed to give me another blood, and that's when I began to die. And when I say began to die, literally I began to die, because not having the blood in my blood count, then it went to 2.
Wow.
And then I remember my husband being right there, and he was praying. My organs started, I only knew that because my girlfriend told me after, my organs were collapsing, and that was happening. I remember being there, and all of a sudden, my stomach was going in and out uncontrollably. And I'm number 2, as they say, and it's stool. It was green, it was black, it was just coming. It was just coming out, and I had no control over it. And the pain of my stomach going in and out. And I look at myself, and I was very white. I was very white. And my daughter began to cry. The big one. And they took her out of the hospital. And my husband began to pray. And then I felt this strange feeling come over me. It's like I was floating. I know I was cold. I felt cold. And then, you know, I realized I could not hear anything after that. And I could not do anything. I could not move. I don't know what happened. But I felt a coolness moving from my feet coming up. And I realized, my gosh, I am dying. Oh, I'm dead. Whatever, I don't know, but it's in my mind, because I'm trying to talk. I realize I can't move, no, I can't see anything. But it was it's a strange feeling, I felt as though I'm floating.
Were you afraid, or?
I wasn't afraid, but I just want to make sure it was right. So all I said to God in my mind, I'm praying now in my mind, and I say, God, if I'm dying, you know, I just want to make sure that everything is right. And then I said, but God, you gave Hezekiah life.
Yes.
That's what I knew. And you gave Hezekiah life. And if you could give Hezekiah life, you could restore my life. My work is not done. That's what I knew. I said in my mind.
You were still conscious to be able to.
Well, I felt something coming, but I knew I was talking in my mind. I remember that. And then when I was able to open my eye and to see, or whatever, the nurses were around. They said they had injected me, they were whatever, they were putting tubes, they were checking, they were doing all sorts, cleaning up. It was like, and my cousin was, and she said, you had started to die, or you were there in that phase, because I was cold. And they saw to get the helicopter to fly me to Trinidad. In the midst of everything, my husband had called the doctor who had said I needed to do the surgery, and he was the one who said to them they needed to inject me, put this here, do this here, because they didn't know what to do.
Right.
And so because of that, but they said before I could even fly out, my blood count need to be at least 7 to fly in a helicopter.
Wow.
It was 2. They came to give me blood, but they said it needs about 3 or whatever for it to rise. But this is to show you how amazing God was.
Yes.
That in one blood count,
and the power of
prayer, one dose of blood, my skin got welts, and I started to swell and whatever, and they had to give me another injection because of whatever. And in the midst of that, when they checked the blood, because if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be able to go. My blood went from 2 to 9. They said that never happened. That was God. That was prayer. But you know what? I was forgetting the pain I felt, because every time there was the urine had to come out, well, it was bloody. I felt pain.
Right. Okay, Z, again, we need to take a short break, and we'll be right back.